Hello everyone, this is Nicky at Whatever Networks, and today we're going to be discussing the end of life of Windows 10. Yes, today is the 14th of October 2025. It is D-Day, and the very day that Microsoft have told us that they will no longer support Windows 10. However, you still might be able to get some security updates through a program known as the Extended Security Update Program, which we're going to get to shortly. But before we go there, we're going to just talk about the Windows 11 path. So if you haven't already and your computer is compatible, then you might want to run an update and go Windows 11. Now, there's a couple of things you can do before you get to before you go down to the extended support for Windows 10. You can go to Microsoft.com and download the PC Health Checker tool. I have got one right here at the moment, and what it does is it just checks to see whether you have your PC is available for Windows 11. So what I will do here is if I do Windows 11, we can run the checker. And I already know my machine isn't compatible because you must have secure boot enabled, which on mine uses an old BIOS system. It must be 2.0 for TPN, and mine's only 1.2. And my processor, although super powerful, is not supported either. Boo. This is the specs of my machine. Now, you might have a similar machine you don't really want to get rid of. So if you can't do this Windows 11, you don't meet these requirements, then there's still hope for you yet. There's a couple of requirements here that you must do if you want to extend Windows 10 for another year. Or you can turn this machine into Windows 2019 Server, which would be fully compatible still, or Unix, Linux options are available. We're going to close this down right now, and we're going to take a quick look at Windows 10 and what we can do to upgrade. So if I go over to the article here, we can use this article, which is an extended security update program for Windows 10. Now notice if you're a Windows 10 business customer, you can pay to actually do this yourself. So from today, you can purchase a Microsoft license program, $61 per device for 1 year. Apparently this keeps going for a maximum of 3 years, but the price doubles every year. So yeah, okay. Also, if you do have a machine that's registered inside Windows 365, Azure, any of the cloud stack basically from Microsoft, that's also included in the cost. Now, if you're like me and have a PC that will expire, there's a couple of other things. There's consumer Windows 10 extended updates. Okay, so we can do this for consumer, which is going to be you guys, because you guys, well, you might be business users. Okay, well, here's a couple of things. You have to be aware that, Windows 10 Professional, Home Professional, Education, Workstation Edition all works lovely. Devices have to be the latest version, so you do have to install all the Windows updates to start with. So do your Windows updates. You must have a Microsoft account, which is signed in and must be an administrator. Okay, so again, you must have a Microsoft account tied to it. Now, things that you can do in order to ensure that your machine is you can do a synchronization with Microsoft. What does a synchronization mean? It must mean that you already own something like Microsoft 365, Word, Excel, OneDrive, etc. If you do that, you don't have to pay any money whatsoever. Okay, so you can just sync your PC. There is a redeem Microsoft rewards. I haven't found that yet, but it must be there now. I will have a look in a minute. Or you can pay $30 in whichever country or currency you want. So basically, the security updates allow you to go until the 13th of October 2026, and you can do this at any time. So with further ado, let's take a quick look at those three options. First of all is syncing your PC. The first thing to do there is just to see whether you have a backup going. So if I type in backup, Windows backup, and if your system is backed up, which mine has been, last backed up on was backed up yesterday, then we're all good. All right, so system is backed up. You're all mad. You will get entered into the program. It's not automatic. You do have to do a Windows update, and then you have to select the option. The next thing is the Microsoft points. Now I'm going to pause here for a second while I log into that. It appears that having looked at the Microsoft rewards, I can't see anything in here that says Windows 10 or ESU. So I don't know if that's something that's still available right now. But yeah, you can take a look at your own account. Maybe you have that option there. I certainly don't have it. Next thing you need to do is come down to the Windows Update. So if I close this down for a second, and we'll do that again. So I'm going to just type in Windows. I'll check for updates, that'll do. So we're going to do a quick Windows update now. I obviously did this today, and now I have this option to extend. So let's go through the process of extending this now. So if I hit enroll, we're going to go through the enrollment process. Enroll in extended security updates to stay protected. Support ends officially today. On the 14th of October 2025. Without security updates, you will be vulnerable to malware and attacks, so it's not very good. Get some extended security updates to keep our Windows 10 safer. Yes, absolutely, let's do that. So I don't know if there's too much involved here. So you're eligible to enroll in extended security updates at no extra cost. As you've already backed up your Windows settings, you're ineligible to enroll in extended security updates at no extra cost. Excellent. So we're just going to hit enroll, and now we are going to see the next steps there in updating our thing. And there you go. So we've now enrolled in extended security updates until the 13th of October 2026. So if you found this video helpful or useful, please leave a comment or give us a like, and I hope to see you on the next one.